Hey guys, it's Invite the Lights coming to you with yet another live celebrity reading. Yay! I feel like I need some applause there, like some applause track there. So what I'm going to do is just wait a little bit for the room to populate. Let's see how interested people are in Meghan Markle and her ongoing kind of drama here. So I'm going to put this like this. Yes, sirree, Bob. It's not that neat, but it's working. Hello there. Welcome to the chat room. I'm just straightening up while I'm waiting for the Meghan Markle crew to pop in. So let's see if that happens. All right, so meanwhile, I'm just going to just take a few moments just to focus here and then also just put the cards in a little bit of order because I didn't do that beforehand, clearly. I don't know why these cards are getting like screwed up, but anyway. So the latest news, you guys, is that Meghan Markle's... Hi, Caroline. Meghan Markle's father, in the latest saga of stupidness, not even stupidity, stupidness, decides that he's going to just sort of research his options regarding taking Meghan or the royal family to court to sue for visitation rights to his unborn grandchild. How weird, how obnoxious and disrespectful. Like, I just wonder, like, is this man, I mean, he's acting like he's like in a relationship with this woman instead of her being his daughter. It's just weird. This is more like ex-husband energy, it's weird. And I'm not saying anything. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying that it's just very weird the way he's placing all these restrictions and this superior attitude. It's funny that he said that she had a superior attitude, but he's been the one with this sort of really undescribable level of just this really displaced authority over her. So, now he's trying to bogart his way into the baby's life. Unborn baby at that. Like, it's just like, why don't you just let this woman breathe for a minute? You lashed out. You got your shots in. You said what you needed to say. You made sure she was feeling massively uncomfortable and embarrassed her on a world scale, in her mind. The rest of us thought you were just a psycho. Just the nutty, very nutty father, And I'm not exactly sure, like, how he thinks he's going to be able to go about this. So one reason why I don't think it's smart. Sorry, guys, I'm still talking because I just want to order this stuff. But one reason why I think it's not kind of smart is because he doesn't really have much of a case. If I were the attorney or whatever, I mean, my first thing would be like, listen, this man admitted he's on drugs. He's clearly incoherent. I really just don't even trust him anywhere near my child. Anyway, first of all, I'm not going to let him near my child. And secondly, I don't trust him. He hasn't established himself as a trustworthy person of sound mind. So, I mean, I don't know what this man is thinking. He appears on TV and seems a bit incoherent. And, he's abusive as well. His actions are abusive. So you can imagine, like, whatever he had to do when Meghan was in his presence. I'm not saying that he was physically abusive toward her, but he's definitely mentally and emotionally abusive, period. Period, point fucking blank. Nobody can deny that. I mean, he has just established himself clearly as doing that. So just give me a minute here while I do this. I'm sorry, guys. I know I keep saying I'm sorry, but let me just organize these So yeah, that's where we're going from off of this. And you know, I'm just gonna give a slight bit more minute or so just for the room to populate. No, I just kind of don't think it will, but let's see what happens. So I don't know why this man is making these ridiculous stunts. You know, they're not even like, and it's like, dude, you haven't even talked to your daughter. You claim you haven't even freaking spoken to her, you know? You don't even freaking speak to her, but then the next thing you're going to do is have her find out through the news that you're looking into trying to haul her into a court in the UK of all places for access to her child. You don't even respect her or her husband, the father of her child. So, you know, I mean, it is like, you know, when maybe she's angry because I feel myself getting a little bit angry or whatever. I could be picking up some of her energy, but it's just like, what the WTF and F? What the hell is the matter with you, you moron? You know, like, you disrespectful bastard. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think she's really angry, guys, because I mean, I don't know. This doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm just kind of going off. So it's just, I mean, I'm going off in a way that's more personal, you know? So that's why, as I say, I'm picking up in energies. And this, since I've been doing these celebrity readings, I have learned some things about myself more, that how I pick up the actual energetic. All right, yep. I know what they're saying here. They're telling me, yeah, you're speaking the truth there. Awesome. On that toxicity. All right, so cool. Yeah, so I've learned a little bit about myself, that I'm able to kind of pick up a little bit of, you know, how people are feeling, and it just kind of channels over. So I think she's really like pissed. I would be like, there's just code of disrespect. You know, you don't even speak to me. You know, I invite you to my wedding. You don't fucking show up. You just loaf off, and then you claim about this heart attack, and it'll be okay if you were really sick. But then there are reports that you're not. You're eating McDonald's one day after the damn so-called surgery. No hospital has you, you know, registered or anything, you know. So, guys, I think I'm channeling her a little bit. And it's just like, you know, all right, then you don't come to the fucking wedding or whatever. We pay for your ticket. We get a suit for you, fitted for you. We get, you know, we get all this stuff over here. And then you go on TV talking about really personal conversations that could, you know, like, compromise my husband, talking about shit about Brexit. You have no sense. Like, honestly, it was just so ridiculous. So let's see what's going on here. This is just like general energy stuff, because I was really riffing right there. I think, yeah. Oh my God, you guys, it's like pulling away. That energy is like pulling away from me now that I'm excuse me. So yeah, I'll say, just to finish on that energy, because I, you know, it was something that was riding in, and then when I put my attention to this, it started pulling away. So definitely was something separate. Yeah, totally, because I just feel myself totally changing and everything. I can finish off some of the dialogue for that, so you guys understand, since that was actually channel energy. It's an exciting experience kind of for me. So I think based off that channel energy I just had, you know, Meghan, and remember, this is for entertainment purposes, but this is that energy line. Meghan actually is like, you disrespected my husband. You disrespected his grandmother. You don't even know any of these people. And yet you think you're going to try to have the fucking nerve to like pry your way into my child's life while you sat there and bitch slapped both me and my husband and his grandmother in the press, saying whatever the hell you wanted to say, though it didn't make any sense, but being super disrespectful. You know, because the code of the streets is, you overstep your fucking boundaries like that, you will get fucking handled, punched in your face. Like, so that is really that energy. It's coming back. It's a bit aggressive. So she's been holding back for a really long time. And for those of you who didn't see you know that Meghan is actually traveling in New Zealand right now with Harry, of course, and they were in the island of Tonga, which I imagine is not too far, you know, from not too far from New Zealand. Um, but you know, and Australia, because those were the places they were those were, yeah, places they were going. She in Tonga actually did a speech, and she said that during her college, her college years, you know, she was very familiar with the struggle of having to attain higher education and the challenges that come with it financially. And she said it was through scholarships and hard work on my part, doing work exchange. She didn't use the word work exchange. I forgot. Work study is what we call it in the United States, work study. So you go and you work, you know, some hours during the week, and then your college counts that toward your tuition, either paying you directly or just by credit. So anyway, she talked about that, but she never mentioned her father actually giving any kind of financial help. So I really feel like this girl, that energy that came in, she is fucking furious. This man is lying on her. He's making it seem like he's supported her oh so much. He was abusive. I'm adding that part because I know from the card. He is emotionally abusive growing up. I imagine he didn't pay some of her bills, even though he claimed he did, and this, that, and a third. But I don't want to make up too much stuff here, or I don't want to come out with, you know, assumptions that are based too much on certain levels of intuition. So, all right, I'll get to it. Thank you guys for all of that. That had to pass through, though. Honestly, that was crazy. So we have the Emperor, which to me this time around represents her father. Also, the Hermit always represents her father, Meghan Markle's father. The Ten of Wands, you know, for him on his side, he's just got massive amount of issues. You know, he chooses to take burdens on that he does not have to take on, and he likes to play freaking victim. I told you guys this before. I see it again. He likes to unload his frustration. And again, this is an addiction for him. He likes to turn the tables so that he becomes the victim, and therefore he can stay in his addiction to being able to be upset about stuff and being super passive aggressive and emotionally abusive. Okay. This moon card's very interesting. Something weird is going on here. I kind of can put my finger on it unconsciously, but I can't bring it to the surface to explain it to you guys right now. Hold on one second. I do feel like this is a slow process to get these people out, but eventually it will happen where they will just have nothing to do, nothing to talk about or whatever. Also, I feel that Markle's money is low, of course. So, I mean, this is another stupid thing on his fucking part, you know. Most people don't understand this, but I feel that he should, having lived at least in Mexico and the United States. Currency value in every country differs, okay? The United States, our currency, it's okay. It's ahead of most countries. The value and the worth of what the currency, how strong the dollar is, it's kind of up there, but it's also kind of low too. When you go to England, the currency of England, the British pound, the British sterling, they call it quid also. Okay, sorry. I'm like, sterling? What the hell did I say? Well, let me just keep moving. Oh, speaking of sterling, sorry, maybe that's why I said it. I wanted to, this is just some other weird reminder you guys won't know about, but I wanted to thank a certain client out there as well who kind of wanted this video. So this is my video for you, dear client. So now, the pounds is worth more than a dollar. That has to do based on how well economies are running. Whenever we go to war, sidebar, our economy goes down. That war over in Iraq and Afghanistan and all that stuff drove our currency down far past the European currency of the euro and damn for sure really low against the British pound, okay? Since Britain has gone into Brexit and separated itself from the European, they were never in the European, affiliation, let's say, their British dollar went down some, which makes the American dollar stronger against the British pound, which is great. So just want to give you guys a little overview so you kind of get it. So this dumbass man, Thomas Markle, thinks he's going to hire somebody from Britain with his low amount of American dollars. Okay. Even in the United States, it's like $400 to $500 an hour for your standard attorney. Okay, you're lucky if you get one for $350, just whatever. So, but now, if he gets a barrister, I think they call them. They don't call them lawyers, so they're barristers. So, if he retains a barrister over in London to do all this research at, let's just say, the lowest, £350, that is like him paying, let's say, just roughly in my mind, okay, because the dollar's so weak, that's like him paying 675 American dollars an hour, because the American dollar is so weak against the British pound. The British pound carries more value because their economy is kind of stronger than ours. So the currency is stronger. So for those of you who don't really understand currency, that was just a little bit of a lesson, and hopefully that made sense to you. So I don't know what this man thinks he's doing. He's going to have to pony up money to spend at least $700-800 American dollars an hour, for any kind of work that anybody's going to be doing, and that's going to be a lot of work. That's going to be a lot of work to try to first research and see all of these laws, and even if this is even feasible for you to bring the monarchy up into the court, which I don't think they're really subject to that, but I don't really know British law, obviously, so I just don't think that the monarchy is really subject to law. I think they have stipulations and restrictions, but I don't think they're allowed to be hauled into court. So I don't know. This man, all I have to say, he's just really stupid, He's just stupid. He's not thinking. And maybe he's just, actually, I feel like this is separate from me reading the cards, but I also feel like he's like, I don't care if I fail. As long as I've disturbed these people, that's enough. And doing this and saying you're going to do stuff like that, even if you don't and can't afford it, is enough to emotionally disturb the people you are targeting. So, hey, on an unconscious level, he believes that. All right, so let me get going. Thanks. I know that was like such a mouthful. All right. They definitely want to get control over this, but let me see what's going on here. What are his plans? What is this man's plans? This Thomas fucking moron Markle. So fucking annoying. All right. All that kind of wants to come out except for these. That was my fault. Yeah, he's just concerned with all right. He just is just what I just said. He's like, as long as I deliver that blow to emotionally disturb people and just make them think, I'll just use the social media and the press to report these things and create anxiety in their mind, it's fine. He enjoys this because they are bound to a level of silence, but he also is bound financially, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. That's what this card is. It came up again. Doesn't know where to start. He doesn't understand this country. I really doubt, because I actually think Thomas is like overall and in general, like, I think he's educated. So, but this card almost wants to suggest like he doesn't even know where to point England out on a damn global map. I have a hard time believing that, to be quite honest. So I'm going to argue with that, but that's what these cards say. He's definitely wanting to return back to the scene, return to this, this is his well, I believe. This is his, this is his bread and butter, and that's all really this is really about as well. He's just also, oh yeah, okay. he's also just making a lot of noise. It's just what I said. Like he and a daughter and that other son, somebody else is coming into the picture. It's going to be on a smaller scale, but it's somebody out of that damn family. Good Lord. All right, let's see what's going on. Samantha usually comes up as this Queen of Cups. They definitely are trying to make plans, but they just damn, there's gonna be some money coming their way, I think. What is this? I'm just annoyed because I'm like, why should they get some money for being so fucking annoying and rude and disgusting? What is this? Okay, in my picture, I mean, I feel like the royal crew, I'll call them, the royal family, they could possibly be discussing like some kind of settlement to give to these people, because let me see just a little bit more of this. I just feel like they're just like over this. I feel like there are conversations to a certain extent. I feel like on both ends, people don't know what to do, but the clumsiness of Markle and Samantha, it's like still successful to a certain extent, all this clumsiness. But I also feel like the royal family, they kind of don't know what to do how to handle these damn people. It's just like they're not going away. I think they should just ride it out. If anybody's watching, I feel like you guys should just ride it the hell out. It's fine. Everybody knows these people are just really not playing with a full deck of cards, and or just, they're just assholes. So what's this Ace of Pentacles, really? What is this? I feel like it's going to be some kind of payments they get. What is this? Okay, these kind of wanted to come out. There's a whole bunch of family stuff in here. I mean, there's a whole bunch of family stuff. They may possibly get a settlement. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. I don't... I feel like this was in the future, but these cards are kind of pushing another timeline. Maybe they were paid to kind of do this, or they have some unlimited type of authority, financial authority, to be able to cause this much trouble or something like that. And somehow the royal family is going to either cut it, or maybe they're just in contact with someone who's more than happy to just really look into this. They just feel like they kind of have people who are just willing to really look and search and see where they can just get those walls down. It's interesting. In some strange way, I see some bond or agreement going on. I don't know what that's about. I wonder what this is. Who does that represent? There could be like an offer coming in for them to shut the fuck up. There may be a small amount of money, but they don't know how to honor anything, They're very, very greedy, and so they don't know how to like say something and stick to it, as we know. Both her and the father. Yeah, I feel like they're just sitting at home waiting for offerings to come over from the UK, I don't know. This reading got kind of complicated. I mean, or convoluted. Hold on. I do feel that, of course, Thomas and his daughter are despised. Let me kind of start over again and figure out what the heck is this. I want to know. They may be getting some kind of money from somewhere, some kind of offer to shut up. Shut up. Sit down. But whomever's going to try to pay them, they won't honor it for long, those Markles. And what do they care, you know? If they're being offered something from London, the likelihood of them being sued is really low, you know? They're not British citizens, so they can take money and then be talking again, in my opinion. Unless there's some kind of special law. These cards come up again. I'm already like, listen, we told you. What the heck is this? I don't understand. I feel like it's kind of going to be like that Bieber video where I'm like, kind of like, what is this? And I explain it, but I can't put a finger on it until it happens. It's like, oh, that is what the cards were talking about. So let's see. Yeah, again, they are really starving for money. That whole damn family, you know, they are, when I tell you, you don't even want to see how just thirsty they are. They are just thirsty. I mean, they are just fighting for every scrap and nickel between themselves, you know? It's like, Samantha, you're getting money and you're doing stuff. You could at least share money with that. Like, this is the type of shit that's going on. Ugh. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry about my sound effects. Let me look at this. At some point, I mean, I kind of feel like, yeah, maybe it's not offers, excuse me, from the royal family, but it's kind of like these little offers still coming in from these news outlets and stuff like that. Something about the money they get is going to, well, this could go either way. It's going to either blow up in their face or it's going to do something to the royal family. There's definitely somebody looking hard for any kind of scandal. I mean, hard. If I remember correctly, that does represent Samantha Markle sometimes. But she's got a vendetta. It's weird, too, because at the same time, I feel like she suffers with these kind of tics and anxiety and stuff. Let me see what's going on and why they're not telling me too much. All right, can you give me like 5 cards so that way I can... All right, good. So I hate to say good, but her dumbass efforts, like, she's gonna get her feelings hurt, you know. She may have some kind of like legal, if it's not legal, she may just have people like coming after her. You know, I forgot, one of the my clients sent me this notice today that Samantha Markle's doing some kind of podcast starting in December, and it's talking about the truth finally getting, you know, it's like, oh, shut up. The truth. You haven't even talked to this girl in 10 years, Meghan Markle. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I feel like Samantha Markle has dug up, it's not even like information, but it's like, oh, maybe something like goofy, kind of maybe like a goofy picture of Meghan from the 3rd grade with freckles, crooked teeth, and really thick glasses. You know, this is what I feel like. It's something along those lines. She's gonna bring all those mementos together, you know, just the way I see it, you know, and try to do something with it, but I just don't really think she's gonna get too far. And I think, you know, again, the universe is trying to step in on this and end it and show a level of you know, we're not going to really tolerate this too much, you know. But this is not fun for Meghan. I really isn't. I mean, really does isolate her a lot, like in her moments. She's got all this wonderful splendor, and this is supposed to be a great fucking time in her life, you know? And I mean, she is really distraught at the end of the day. I don't think that she shows Harry all of this so much anymore, but it is like this is like really affecting her. It's horrible. And I feel this level of violation because she feels like, you know what? At least, if I weren't in a spotlight, I could go and I could curse these people out and I could even sue them. Like, she has to sit there and just take it. And that's not her style. And so that's what's kind of destroying her. She just needs to watch out for her health, even though she looks very radiant, but definitely she's super disappointed. And that bothers her. I think her blood is like boiling, I would say. Okay, well, it doesn't matter what. It's like, like this came forth with a lot of attitude. It's like you're getting nothing like this. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I don't know if you could feel that energy, but it's nothing. Like that. It's like, you're not getting shit from me. I'm not talking to you. You don't control me. Like, you could just feel that in this. Woo. It's really intense. So let's talk about Meghan. Let's just like go from that to let's talk about Meghan and the baby. Let me just see what's going on with Meghan. I want to get like real. I just want to get like a real read. Meghan, or not a real read, but okay. There's grief, but I would say, again, the royal family, they support her. They know what it is to be kind of in these situations a little bit. So they just really feel very sorry for her. We've seen that in the cards before. I think on Harry's end, he's just like, oh, it's not real denial, but he's just not accepting it on his plate. Okay. Okay. So again, on Meghan's end, there's this level of guilt that she feels she's bringing a certain level of hardship to the royal family with this wacky family, but she has a real friendship here with Harry. She has a real friendship, and so through that friendship, through that trust, and it's sort of easy for him to empathize with her because of what he had to always go through with all of the people in his mother's business and his father and mother's business with their divorce and different scandals, let's say. And so it kind of has calibrated him, like he's built to specifically understand this and have empathy for her. This is very abusive. So they're really a good unit together. I saw this the first card ever, not this one, but the first card ever when I ever read for the two of them was the trust card that came up. So, I mean, they have a really strong bond. So let's use these and see what's going on with the baby. That father's going to hold on. I already see the devil card there. I mean, he's just going to hold on. He is just like, I don't know what his fucking problem is, but he just won't be happy until, he just wants to really just lash out. It's crazy. Crazy. I mean, she hasn't done anything to him like that I could ever see in his cards for him to be acting like that. Same cards I got yesterday for some different reading. There are a couple of things here. Hold on, before I say anything on those issues, because this is a little esoteric here, before I say anything on that. Okay. I just want some more info. Yeah, they just support her, Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way. Yeah, he's just really, I think every time she's traveling and all this, um, he just really wants to control every bit of her life. He wants to just control. And she's free, and that really annoys him, you know? And not only that, she's just really got her shit together like crazy, like I don't know, even her speech has gotten better, like the way she's speaking to me in my mind, they've given her a little bit more of a different type of enunciation. So she just sounds really lovely when she speaks. Really, her speech is beautiful. She's got a very nice voice, actually. And things are working for her. She comes off as very charming and humble and a people's person, but she really worked to me. She's worked on her speech and it sounds really nice. Okay, let's see. So I feel like every time he hears and sees her traveling, it just triggers him. He definitely is, man, just definitely wants money. He's gonna push. He's gonna, you know, he also just feels like he wants not only money, but there's like this kind of feeling. He wants like blood, he wants life force. I want your life force. He wants to destroy her spirit a little bit. It's not it's an underlying, it's not like he wakes up and is like, I want to destroy her spirit, but he's like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and it's definitely the equation equals that. He doesn't just want money, he wants her life force to a certain extent. Meanwhile, she's just crazy. She's in love. She and Harry. I mean, Harry is good. Harry is fed. Harry is nourished in all ways you could think of. He is nourished and taken care of. So let's see. I'm gonna put these back because I don't know, but I'm gonna wrap this. I'm gonna wrap this reading up, actually, because I kind of wanted to do. I don't even freaking have any time left. I gotta go. All right, let's see. Okay, so finally, what happens with the father and his so-called lawsuit? What happens with that? What happens with the father and a lawsuit? Can you guys please hit the like button? That super helps me out. And it helps YouTube to get this on your timeline faster. I'm not sure. Okay, so here's like what typically represents Meghan. She may get some kind of party, or somebody may come in and really intercede on this assault on them, this really childish but cumbersome assault. And they just still want to keep going. They still want to keep going with this. And they're going to get a couple of licks in, but yeah. This could go either way. There's this Tower card again. They may be able to bring forth something, some kind of announcement, some kind of PR thing, some kind of something that will get a lot of attention. It will disrupt the household of the royalty, possibly either that or they just really get checked. They really get some kind of maybe serious court repercussions for what they're doing. It could go either way because the cards have so many meanings. Five of Earth. Meanwhile, here's the birth of the baby. Maybe what it's going to be is it does go to some form of court or mediation. Oh, so maybe that's what it is. I forgot. He's actually trying to get the Archbishop of Canterbury to intercede, and maybe that's what's going on here. Um, and it's pretty formidable. Like this man, you know, they kind of don't know. The reason why they kind of don't know how to handle him is because this kind of energy really needs force in order to back him off, and they can't use force. So that's why they're like, kind of like, okay, we have to. So, what is going on here? Now I'm like so interested. Let me see how much time I have left. I really don't have much time. This is interesting though. Whatever's being said here, I don't know if he managed to manipulate this archbishop or something, but the man comes in, maybe, you know, stating things as if there's like some real, true, authentic intention there, and it just ends up kind of pissing people off. That's a really big possibility. Let me see what's going on here. There's something he just wants to take. It's not necessarily money either. He wants to take power, you know, to take power away from people, forcing them to have to, you know, going to the UK. But let's see, what is he saying to this archbishop? I have 2 minutes. I'm like, what? Oh, God. These did kind of come out, so let me see. They may, you know, through the archbishop, of course, they may really reply to him, but it'll be something very short, very sweet, not much. If there's a little bit of money involved, it'll be only a little bit, you know, but it'll be through that archbishop. You know, that's pretty much a pretty good chess move, but it's a bitch move. You know what I mean? Like some things are just they're not respectable. They're effective, but they're not respectable. Again, the tower keeps coming out. There's some kind of huge fight that goes on, somebody gets punched in the face, or it's just this whole thing that just cuts everything open. Or there's some kind of revealing truth that comes forward. I don't know what. Just feels like it's something out of her past or something, or you know, it's just that the father is just really cruel and really money hungry. So I don't know that the answer isn't fully evident. I would need to like sit down and really look at this, and I don't really have the time because it's a bit convoluted today. So I would have to look, and then I'd have to clarify certain things, different elements of this. It would require a little bit of a drill down. So I don't really have that time, but okay, 1 minute. What can I do real quick? Let's do these. I just want to see what is Meghan's advice here? Oh, okay. Ask her what you want. I think she is clear communication. She may be like, look, I really need to communicate with this bastard. I want to send a press release. I want to own these motherfuckers. Let me go in there and do my half Nelson, handle these bitches. Like I'm channeling against, like, let me handle these bitches, you know, like in her mind, but she's like composed. Let me just get to roll up my sleeves and get in the ring with these bitches. Because I tell you, I'm going to handle them. She's got really strong energy, people. Do not get confused about this woman. You feel my voice raising? Like, that's not me. I'm telling you. Yeah. That's it. She's ready to come forward. She's ready to speak her truth, like, for real. And she's like, I don't want any more real royal protocol here. Just let me slay. That's it. All right, guys. That's what I feel. Are they going to let her? I'm not exactly sure. Don't know. But we shall see what happens. All right. Meanwhile, I don't know if you guys saw the other reading with Diddy and Cassie, but Diddy actually did go back to Cassie. Well, he's trying to get Cassie back. So that was very interesting to see, because that's what came up in their reading, that he was going to come back quite shortly to her in my reading. So let's see what happens with that. Regarding Justin Bieber as well, he's like kind of stuck. So, you know, let's see what happens with that. He wants to leave. He's kind of stuck. But he does really care about Selena. He cares about her welfare, and he cares about the social impact. So he's just trying to not impact her. But all right, let me go. Can you guys please hit the like button? Because, you know, like I said, this is like an hour's work. And if you're watching this video for like 10 or 15 minutes, then, you know, you're getting something of value. So the least you could do is hit the like button, I think. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to hang up, and I just appreciate some of you who are sitting here and haven't hit the like button yet to actually come back and hit the like button. Thank you. Bye-bye.